Come over here. Let me talk to you real close.
So I'm not gonna lie, I thought y'all were trolling when you guys asked for a instructional video on how to open up the opponent when using Ana. I really thought y'all were trolling me. I thought about just trolling y'all by just doing a video, a 5-minute video, and just doing this, just a screen instead of doing that, and then like this for like 2.5 minutes, then the other 2.5 minutes of just doing this, just holding CJM. But alas, today I found myself annoyed with something. So I don't need to focus on that because there's nothing I can do about that right now. So what I did was I watched some of you guys' videos that asked, the ones that upload YouTube content, recent YouTube content, and just analyzed the gameplay and then my honest opinion on what you can do to adjust your gameplay to ensure that you guys open up your opponent more. So let's get into this. So spamming down forward 1 bat, I understand why it's a quick transition into CJM. However, let's turn on this frame data. So with the frame data on, you know, it's +1. So let's see here. My mind was like, so this only being +1, your options are limited to 2, 1, 1, 3, down 3, and that's if they're doing highs now, that you'll be able to get the down 3 or the roll. After a while, this is gonna get old. It's gonna get telegraphed. You're only minus here, so you're only plus. They're only. Excuse me, I can't talk. I'm that annoyed. They're only -1 here, so they can still sidestep you to the right and avoid mostly everything that would hit them. But that's why you sidestep right block. Just do down 4. Yes, you're minus, but it's a mind game. Do down 4 and remain ducking. Do down 4 and stand up. Do down 4, do a little side step. Do down 4 when you're at like tip range. If they block it, they still can't do anything about it. Just do down 4. Then when they least expect it, then you do CJM, then you cancel it to CJM. You gotta open up the opponent more, it'll keep them guessing. The whole thing with Ana is what you want to do is you want to keep them guessing on what you're going to do. This isn't a guess after a while. They don't have to deal with you. That's a guess. Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna do that? Or are you just gonna keep just doing that? Why would you do that constantly? This is like explaining how to open people up with Ana. It reverts back to the game plan instructional when you know you can. I'm serious. Like what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna switch to Nina right quick. Okay, so I'm using Nina now and I have Ana on the CPU. I set Ana to do some of the CGM transitions that I see you guys do the most. Not all of them. One I have to do a recording on and then do it, but I have her set to do CGM 3 out of down for 1 right now. Do so? No, I don't. Now I do. And you guys are gonna see, like, once you start to reach a certain level, they don't have to deal with you off of down for one back. Yep. Punish. Notorious. Down four. Punish. Oh, terrible. Versus Nina. That's why Nina's a bad matchup for Anna. That backswing. Punish. Completely avoided her. Oh, got me there. This one is your best option because the opponent, and sometimes that will happen. That has happened to me versus wife. Yep. Especially if they block it. On hit, yeah, they should always get hit if they sidestep, right? Almost always. Oh yeah. But online, oh my god, that should happen. Oh Jesus. This is why Nina's a bad matchup for him. Jesus. But that should happen. But if you telegraph with it, you know, a little sidestep right block, and you can't do nothing right here. Right here. I love doing that. Oh yeah. Oh, they don't punish it? So spamming, you see, spamming down 4-1 back into with the transition into CJM and doing those moves is really not good to spam. You get away with it in with certain levels of players, but like pretty much most people now know how to play Tekken, so it makes it harder for people who play Anna because you have to be smarter with your 50-50. Another way you guys like to transition into CJM is down forward 1, 2, 3 back. That's bad. I have her set it to do down forward 1, 2, 3 back into down 3, 3. And this is why it's bad. You can just down forward 2 her. Pretty much all options actually. You can set her to do I'm free. My mind, y'all. Okay, record it though. I'm so bad. Here we go. It wouldn't be a Lucklin video if I didn't flop like 8 times trying to do like one sequence, would it? But yeah. On in. Yep. When I fight Anna's, I don't even think about it. Like as soon as I see that knee go up, I just down for it too. There's no need to sidestep, even though I could. Literally every option, even the hop kick, because she, you know, you look at the frames. That's minus 12 going into transition. That's not particularly the best option you want to go for there. What you actually want to do is condition them by finishing the string more often than none. Always go for finishing the strings. And what I'm about to say here is going to throw people off. The way you open people up with Anna, a lot of the time, especially in higher ranks, is just taking the punish. by taking the punish quite a few times, when you actually cancel into CJM, you know, uh, they won't expect it, and they'll actually get counter hit by that 3.
Yeah.
So it's a this is how you win the long game, and you have to take punishes. So another way you can open people up with Anna, which I suggest you do, especially online, offline, I don't care. Do this is punish air quote punishing lows with her full crouch sweep. I know that's risky. I don't care. Do it because you're further putting your opponent in the blender. It's annoying, but it's what Anna does. You know, you want to not constantly rely on CJM when you're expecting a low. Sometimes you want to block it. So right now I have Nina set to do down back 3. You know, they didn't know that was coming. If I hesitate here and they duck, you know, then I got down 4-2. Then I start back punishing and correcting. That mind game there, it breaks the rules of Tekken. It's honestly very cheap. I don't think any other character can do this. Force your opponent to think about doing a low and making sure that they place it somewhere where you're not going to block it. Like if they're pretty telegraphed with a low, like the grappler characters, they have these 4-4 neutral 2s and these down 4s to open you up to get you to duck. If you duck like a Marta down 4 or a King alley kick or a King 4-4 neutral 2, Armor King 4-4 neutral 2, if you duck that, punish with sweep, like mix them up. I'm short like this. This is great. I don't care. It's risky. It's great. Or if you know it's coming, practice in the lab seeing low animations. Practice when you watching gameplay of like different play styles. Most play styles have an area where they want to do a low. Duck. Seriously, duck. Block these lows and mix them up. You will be surprised how far you will get in like a long set because you did the full crouch sweep on a low. It really opens their mind game. Another way you guys can open up people with Anna that I saw you guys weren't doing. Strings with duckable highs. Just do full crouch down 4-2. Don't even think about it. Just do it. You know. Just do it. Not that, but you know, just do it. It's very annoying because at this particular point you can launch duckable strings that most characters can't. Most characters will have to rely on their 13 frame while standing punish at best, and you know I think Kazi and Josie are like that. Kazi and Josie, no, I think it's just Kazi have I-13 while standing launchers, and then 2Ds of course have while standing launchers where they have EX available. That's good. Lab these strings. This is what I was saying in the Anna tutorial. Lab these strings. They're not all mid. They don't all end in highs. Some of them you have to duck in the middle of them, and then you can still get your full crouch down 4-2. And this will also make you faster at doing it. You know, game, go for it. A lot of Anna players, I saw y'all struggling versus Horang. I'm like, just, you know, Horang does have some mids here and there, but if you recognize some of those animations, you know, duck the string, full crouch, you know, down 4-2. Lab strings. And honestly, this becomes, instead of a cheap a cheap 50-50 in a neutral, this now becomes like one of the best defensive options in the game. Just by you labbing strings. Oh wait, no, I think I said it. Yeah. Just because you lab some strings. Like, easy mode. Easy mode. Like 80 damage, 82 damage because you duck. Just duck these highs. I can't stress it enough. Duck these highs. When it comes to opening up your opponent using Anna, hesitation movement. You know, let me turn on my input so y'all can see what I'm doing. It's a jank snake dash that she has. Nina has it too, but Nina's is a little bit more faster. That's, you know, you get good at this. It's very obscure, it's annoying. That is the best way. Instead of just ducking in there, you can also duck in your face and just hesitate like that. You know, just, you know, do everything for full crouch. Do everything. You know. Then, you know, at least expect it. Oh, not me being shit now. Yeah, it's not a luck in a video. I can't, yeah, if I don't do the move I intend to do for like 4 times in a row. Honestly, this is gonna get them to start sidewalking left, and that's when you do a crouch cancel 4-4-3. I think if I set her to stand and sidewalk, there we go. Not that, but there we go. This is a little safer. Most people have trouble punishing 4-4-3, so that's why I said crouch cancel. Do that. Obviously, if you just wait a little longer. But honestly, online, what will happen is that because the input delay, they actually get hit. But we all know if you just wait a little longer, that the full crouch mix-up will hit like that. But if you want to play like a little bit more safe, crouch cancel 4-4-3 works every time. But not constantly when you going for that. I think in watching y'all doing that, y'all took a lot of punishes you just shouldn't have. Doing while standing 1-2 is still good. While standing 1 has more range than her down forward 1. Just get her to stop sidewalking. With her while standing 1 having more range than her down forward 1, you can kind of, you know, you can do a little fake little creep step and get her to lunge a little further forward, making it hard to backdash. And then if you buffer it because you leaning forward, it makes it a little harder to sidestep because we all know if you do like a forward, down forward input, it makes the move track really well. And by making the move track very well, you'll kind of like annoy your opponent because they initially they're doing the right thing, but they're still getting hit by the move, but they're still blocking the move. And that way, by doing while standing 1, instead of like being right here going for the sleeper while standing 2 all the time, which they're looking for so they can punish you, by doing while standing 1, you remain safe. So that'll make them like a little bit more cautious, like, oh, you know, this person's like a passive Anna, and then when they least expect it, you know, then you do the full cost tweak. Constantly going for launchers, it becomes predictable. And you don't want to be predictable with this character. You will die constantly if you become predictable with this character. This one. I understand it. It is kind of hard to block online. But do you see what I'm doing? That sidestepping into it is a lot better than just raw doing it. I'm not here to tell y'all to stop doing down back 3. I'm just saying I see, especially y'all PC players, I see this get blocked more than what it should. This is supposed to be like your Yoshi unblockable low. Like, you know, it's not supposed to get blocked. So if you sidestep into it, I find that it's least likely to get excuse me, to get blocked, especially if you're doing sidestep 3 alive. You know, they're looking for this. So if you do that, even though it's a different animation, one is slower, because this one is still, you know, 21, 23 frames. By the time they realize you're not doing sidestep 3, you know, it gets down to how good are their reactions. And hey, challenge their reactions. But like I said, the better way to open up your opponent so that they won't block down back 3 so much is to do their sidestep move. I still find that I have to do sidestep 1 or 2. Even though they nerfed this thing to hell. But by doing her mids from sidestep more, when you do your sidestep down back 3, and I'm going to get into her down forward 4, much better if you do it from sidestep. This is a legitimate. You're safe. They thought they could launch. Well, you're not launch punishable like this. This is safe here, and then you do that, and then you finally get this low off. Crouch canceling into it. Just raw going down forward 4 becomes very predictable. And then you get ducked and they launch you forward, or they low parry it because they know it's coming. If you do it at different timings, different iterations, different sequences, like I said, legit mix up in these sidestep moves, because, you know, save -12 to -13, and we all know this is launch punishable. But doing it from a sidestep, you know, it really does make a difference. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. It gets blocked. It gets blocked. So the last thing I'm gonna talk about is Anna's throw game. It isn't bad. It's not bad to say you have 2 plus 2 breaks. You know, to throw that floor break. It's not bad. She has her generic throws. But like Nina, what I stated with Nina, if you do like an instant while standing input, you see how that's kind of not obvious. Especially if your opponent isn't that good at breaking throws. That's obvious you're doing the 2 break. But then again, like Nina, you see, you can throw them off. If they're just constantly breaking 1 plus 2, if you just do that, then you can get a chain throw off. And by now, everybody knows the secret. You know, if you mash key charge at different speeds, you know, you'll get different throw breaks. Like, that's how you know. That's her 1+2 break. Check to make sure if your opponent actually are breaking throws. Not QCF1, excuse me. Oh. There we go. Check if they're actually looking at hands breaking throws. That's how you mix up the throws with the Williams sisters, is with their creep step. You can do that. There we go. You can do a QCF and neutral, and then do your a forward 1+2 throw. Mix by adding movement to her command throws. It would really make you want to use Anna's throws, because I see you guys just not using her throws. I get it. You know, her change throws from here aren't as good as Nina's, but she still does have like elbow smash and like the overhead throw. Like I said, by using this movement, you can mix up the throws and really check if your opponent can actually break throws. And don't be like, you know, the average king player that, you know, has all these throw setups and you yourself can't break those. Please do your throw breaking. I don't want you to get caught out here. But, you know, do your throw breaking, try so you can be better than the average person when it comes to throw breaking. That's really it. I wanted to make this more so conversational because I thought y'all were trolling. But after seeing gameplay, I saw where the struggle was. So hopefully this helps. Again, you can reach out to me on Twitter, Discord, or in somebody's Twitch chat. Happy gaming. Enjoy Anna.
Way to represent. Good win, player. It is.
Such a rush.